What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sparks and Recreation. Today I'm going to show you a car that I've driven for about 100,000 miles for free. I'm going to explain how I did that and what it is. Not gonna lie at all, this is only the second time I've ever washed this car in 3 years, so I guess let's give it the little bath and I'll show you what it is. It ain't nothing special, but it is kind of special in the way that it saves you money. Alright, we're mid-wash, we're starting to lose a lot of pieces here. It's kind of a piece of shit. Alright, so what's up with this van? Why do I drive it? I get this question all the time. Well, 3 years ago, a guy came to buy a Subaru Outback. Had about 180,000 miles on the Outback. He had this thing. And at the time, this was not nearly as bad as it is now. The other side's pretty bad too. It was, I mean, it had some dings and dents, but it wasn't all rotted out like this. He goes, I drove the thing here, but it's got a bad tranny. I'm like, really? How'd you get it here? He drove from like 2 hours away. He's like, I limped it. I'm like, all right, whatever. He makes a deal. I sell him the Outback for literally 2,500 bucks. This high mile kind of piece of crap. He goes, if you want, you can have this thing. So I'm like, well, I'll give you a couple $100 for it. He's like, no, really, just take $100 off the bill and you can have it. I'm like, all right, well, if it's got a bad tranny, whatever. Later on in the day, I walk over to this van that's now mine. He leaves me a title. I just throw it in the office. We take off. This is such a work van. It's filthy. We actually just built a fire pit at the house, and I loaded up 30 cinder blocks and those little pavers. We had 40 of them, and then we also had 26 1x1 pavers for underneath the fire pit. And it was squatted. It didn't break in half. I was surprised. Anyways, walk over to this van after the dude trades it in. He's like, it's got a bad tranny. I pop the hood and there's a power steering line that's leaking everywhere, but the power steering, the reservoir has a set of gears on top of it. I'm like, so I call the guy. I'm like, dude, I know you traded in this van earlier, but I think it literally just needs a power steering line. It has nothing to do with the transmission. That's what the whining noise is, the power steering, not the tranny. He goes, you know what? You're being honest about it. Just have it. So I take the key. Actually look at it. It's only got 100,000 miles at the time, and I go look at the title. It's one owner. He was the only guy that ever owned it. So I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna put it on the road and I'm gonna use it as a shop runner, see how long it lasts. At this point, it's now got 175,000 miles on it. I got it with 101, and I've paid $100 technically for it. Off the cost of the car. I was going to discount to about $2,200 for them anyway. We've taken this vehicle to Disney World 3 different times. I have video and pictures of me being the shittiest car in the Disney World parking lot, which is hilarious. I've driven it to Boston to buy cars probably 30-40 times. I've driven it to Ohio. I've taken this thing everywhere. I've gotten a normal person's use out of it in 3 years, and it's never skipped a beat. My total investment is I've done brakes on it once, put tires on it 3 times. I did a strut, both ball joints, and most recently I just did this caliper when we went to leave to go pick up a motor for a car about 2 weeks ago, and that's all I've done to it besides oil changes. My total of maintenance on this is maybe around $1,000 altogether. I don't know if you can really beat that. So when people see me drive this thing, they're normally like, why do you drive that piece of shit? But if you understand, this is technically how you can afford nice things, is driving around stuff like this, not being afraid to, you know, show up and be the cool guy at Disney World with this rotted out shitbox van. I was taking the video and realized my Disney World sticker's missing. It blew off. Yeah, put this bad boy back on. A lot of people know that, you know, got that big money. I forgot. I've replaced this taillight once because it doesn't seal anymore. Oh yeah, look at that. She's a beaut. Taking this thing to Cape Cod 3 different times. Oh my god, I love this van. Alright, well, I just want to show you guys that sometimes something that seems like a piece of shit is worth driving to save money so you can drive nice cars. And also, I had a video forever ago that I eventually deleted that was me showing how basically with my write-offs, I write off the mileage in this thing for driving back and forth to auctions and all that, where this car itself has made me about $30,000 to $40,000 in just the last year and a half in mileage write-offs. So I got a car for free and it's made me $30,000 that I didn't have to pay in taxes. Hell yeah.